It's happening. We're getting smart glasses with displays in them, full color displays even. And they might replace the smartphone. They might replace your whole family. After a couple years of Meta having these, glasses with cameras in them and a microphone and speakers, they have finally added a display. They revealed it in late September, and they have actually just launched. It was like a reveal and then launch. $800, and they're here. These are the glasses with the display, the Meta Ray-Ban display, which is actually reversed from the normal ones without the display. Those are called Ray-Ban Metas. Keep up. And you're gonna control them with this, the Meta Neural Band. Wow, it's blossoming open. This seems to be a theme with like the good packaged glasses. Wow, look at that. Kind of a leather style material. The glasses themselves. The first challenge is getting them out. They slide up. Okay, we got these covers on the frames, which are kind of like thick. I feel like it's just thick enough that it gives sort of like a designer glasses look and not so much like we tried to make glasses and stuck a bunch of tech inside. This is the charging case and it folds up, right? How does it, other people did this much better. Yeah, look at that. And you can just stick that in your pocket. Don't put it in your back pocket because you will sit on it. Actually, maybe that'd be fine. Just kidding, I feel it there. But you just love when a product comes out and the focus is the glasses themselves, but then like there's something else included with it that is like a no-brainer innovation that it's like, why didn't we have this before? And this is one of those times, oh, look at that, it just like pops up, it's like spring-loaded. I love it. Safety and warranty guide. Let's read through. We got a USB-C charging cord that's that long, and the cleaning cloth, and that's it for the main box. We got the distinctive camera and capture LED. This is actually the LED and this is the camera, although when you look at it, it's kind of hard to tell. You get mesmerized. On the top of the glasses, we have a capture button on this side. And over here, we've got the speaker vent and another one on the other side. On the bottom there is where the actual audio from the speakers will go into your ear holes, not the other parts of your ear. And it's kind of hard to see here, but we have 5 microphones. 2 on this arm, 2 on this arm, and another one at the nose. So just under the left hinge of the glasses is the power button. It's like a toggle. And then kind of the star of the show here is the actual waveguide display. You can kind of see the elements of it here on the left side. Sort of, you see those little lines? You'll notice that it's only on one of the lenses. That's because the display is actually in that lens only. They're not trying to completely take over your whole vision. They're just trying to help. And lastly, on this side, there's a touchpad. It's actually an XY touchpad, so you can swipe up and down and back and forth. And this is there so that you have another option to control the glasses, because the primary way that you're supposed to control them is with this, the Meta Neural Band. The Meta Neural Band is something that Meta has been doing research on for a while, and they've kind of given updates on occasionally. The idea is it's a wristband or a bracelet with sensors inside that can tell what you're doing with your fingies. This uses electromyography, which basically will sense the neural signals being sent by your brain to your muscles. It's not detecting the changes in your muscles themselves. It's kind of like catching them on their way and being like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing there. You want to turn the volume up. It's apparently supposed to be snug on your actual skin so that it can detect those signals. If it's loose and it's flopping around, it's not going to detect anything. And then there's also a charging cable in there that doesn't appear to have a port on it. It just goes on forever. So it's a charging pad. It's a USB-C to a magnetic charging pad. I should have put that. I can do it. It's not worth it. Oh, there it is. Oh, I didn't even see that there's like a little button on this. There's a button, maybe for pairing, maybe just for fun. Start with your glasses first. They're like, what are you doing here? Not yet. To use hand gestures, slide the band onto your writing hand, because one of the things you can do apparently is handwriting, but not yet. That feature is coming in a little bit. All right, I'm hooked in. I'm ready to jack into this metaverse. After this word from our sponsor.
Thanks to Secretlab for sponsoring this video. If you don't know about their Magnus Pro, it's the creme de la creme of sit-to-stand desks. A full metal desktop and capacitive touch control pad screams premium. But it's not just looks on offer. You'll get a slew of quality of life features built right in. Here's just a few. Integrated power column to prevent cables from flopping around. Full-length cable management tray to keep your desk tidy, and tasteful app-controlled RGB. Check it out today, as well as all of the high-quality accessories you can customize it with by checking out our link in the video description.
First off, seeing that they flex out a little bit is very nice to see. Some of those like early adopter display glasses, kind of forgot to give it some of the nice to haves of just regular glasses, and it's nice to see that we have that here. Okay. Oh, and there it is. Continue setup in the mobile app. I can see the display. It's right there. It's about, I actually don't know what the borders are. It could be infinite. It's not infinite. Tour is in progress. Oh, I might need to do that part again. The music is still going. The music is playing. Okay, swipe down to the Photos app. Swipe, swipe. Okay, this is crazy. Is that something else now? And now it's playing in here. Okay, so the system got a little confused because as I was like pressing the primary kind of activation thing, tapping the glasses, tapping your finger, it was playing music. But now we've closed the music app. We're by ourselves now. It's a safe space, and we're gonna redo the tutorial. Here we go. Hey everybody, let's learn how to properly wear the band for gestures. Select your writing hand, right? Yes. Wear the band correctly. Done. You gotta make sure the line is facing you, and I was like, where's the line? It's like, oh, it's hiding, okay. And now, capture life's best moments. And this is one of the really cool things. You get a viewfinder. So, with the other glasses, you're just kind of trusting that the frame is okay, but this is like showing you what you're actually capturing. That looked normal, probably. Tapping your index finger like this is like a left click on a mouse. Tapping your middle finger is like a go back button almost. Double tapping is gonna send it to sleep or wake it up. And then you have your touchpad is this. You swipe to the left and swipe to the right. I gotta say, the fact that I'm using my hand as a control surface. And then of course, my favorite thing, pinching and turning down and up, that can change your volume. It feels a little bit like I'm giving someone a purple nurple, which I feel like, I don't know what they could do about that. What else would it be? Like they can't make it this, because that's not enough like neural signals. Maybe eventually, but is this better? A little bit. So now that I understand the gestures, I can navigate the interface here, which basically consists of 3 main screens. You got your kind of central main screen. If you swipe to the left, you got your control center. It's like your quick settings menu in Android. You got a music shortcut, camera, captions, shortcuts, a volume display, brightness, and then you can set things to be audio only so you don't use the display. There's a do not disturb option, and then you can go to the settings from here. And on the other side, you got your app list. WhatsApp, Instagram, Messenger, and Messages. Those are gonna be the actual integrations you can use with this thing if you wanna use it as like an extension of your smartphone. Now I'm interested in the captions thing. Right off the bat, I'm gonna jump into that because I just love that. I am someone who struggles to pay attention, and if I have a way to kind of double check what someone just said, that would get me out of 90% of the problems I find myself in. But it's also a great accessibility feature for people who may be hard of hearing. For the best results, face the person who is talking.
Hey Riley, really excited for our trip to Portugal together. I think the wives will have a blast, and we're gonna have a great time just hanging on the beach, having some Mai Tais.
Just hanging on the beach, I was in my ties. But everything else, it got just perfectly. It got a little confused.
Hey Riley, it's me talking again. I'm just speaking, and I'm gonna keep speaking, and you can't stop me from speaking because I love to do it. I love to yap. And you know what? Oh, basketball season starts today.
Okay, that's interesting. So even as I turned away from you, it's saying, okay, the voice isn't coming from that direction anymore, but it knows that it's a continuous sentence. It knows that someone is still talking, the same person who was just talking. And then when you paused, it was like, all right, now I'm not gonna pick up on there's no one in front of you now. So that's probably just background noise. I honestly like the way that that functioned. That seems to be how it's supposed to operate. The only issue I can think of is that if you're like walking beside someone and they're talking and you wanna see what they're saying, you kind of have to like face them the whole time. So you're like walking down the street and be like, really? Interesting, you know? That might be a little awkward. Live translation, French to English.
Bonjour Riley, je m'appelle Jake Bellavance, comment ça va?
You said killer ideal and it said killer ideal.
So true.
But I'm in live translation, boom. Can I go to the bathroom? Hello, Rally, R-A-L-L-I-E. My name is Jake Bella Vans. That's cool. When you started speaking English, it just started transcribing in English. So I think that's why I was confused whether it was in the translation mode or the English mode. Because I think it was like, yeah, we're doing French to English, but now someone's speaking English, so I'm not just gonna like not transcribe that, you know? That would be rude. What I like about the display though, is I like that it's down here. So this is about, it's taking up like this much of my field of view, and I like that it's not like up or something. There's been some of the glasses where you have to like look up to see the display, and I feel like when you're talking to someone and it's like, yes, I'm listening to you, I care what you're saying. What? I feel like this is better if I'm like, I'm listening to you, and I'm just looking over there for, oh, I just saw something interesting over there, and now I'm looking back at you. But there's nothing interesting up here. Okay, captions are cool. Live translation is cool. I can say without a doubt that yes, there's some hiccups with kind of like learning how to use it, but that was the smoothest experience that I've ever had with one of these smart glasses that do live translation. We've done a few of them now on ShortCircuit. That was smooth. There's a little bit of confusion sometimes if you move too fast and you're like doing one gesture and then another gesture right away. We're not really at Minority Report kind of levels yet where you can go like super, super fast. You kind of have to reset and then pinch and then zoom out and then tap middle finger to go back. One thing to note about the camera is that the resolution of photos and videos are slightly lower than on the non-display equipped version of these, which again has the name reversed. So if you are getting these primarily for its ability to take photos and videos and you want the highest resolution, that's just something to be aware of. The next coolest thing to me about these is maps. It knows which way I'm facing. This is not Google Maps, it's their own thing, so all of the niceties of Google Maps might not be there, but I'm gonna see what it says if I say directions to Shoppers Drug Mart. That's a Canadian thing. Oh, there it is. Okay, click it. And then it's giving me directions. And I'll be right back. Okay, so we're opening Instagram. This is not my account, BT Dubs. So these are DMs for whatever account we're logged into right now. So if I open this reel sent by Jake, I'm sure it's hilarious. Can I open the post you sent? Yes, I can. Can't display on glasses. I don't know why it didn't play the first one the first time. Will it play now? It can't play this one. There's something wrong with that reel. Meta Ray-Ban display does not like that reel. But it played the next one. So apparently you can watch reels on your Meta Ray-Ban display glasses, which is horrible news to me. Jake, I send you photos all the time and we hang out every day after work. Please, please say my photos are good. Send.
Thank you for being a friend.
Whoops.
Even more friendly than anyone else.
That was the mic quality as interpreted through these mics and being sent over Instagram and then played through Jake's phone speaker. And that sounded pretty good. But we'll play the actual sample.
Hey, I'm talking to you, so you can see what this looks like, but it's not really what Riley sees. I hope that's okay.
Well, that experience is pretty cool. I feel like if I was out and about and I got a message, because this is Instagram, but it's also, you know, with WhatsApp and Messenger as well, the interface is gonna be the same. You can dictate or send a voice message or call or attach a photo. And that was all pretty easy. I did that in a matter of seconds. So the one thing that's really missing for me from this kind of messaging app interface here is that handwriting feature that they demoed when they first announced this thing. That looked super, super cool. And the way that was supposed to work is that you put your hand on a surface and you handwrite like, hello, and you can write a message to somebody without actually speaking, which I feel like would be super, super useful if you're in a public setting and you don't feel like being like, hey, what are you doing tonight? Text me back. Like, oh my gosh. So like the other Meta smart glasses, it'll play, it basically acts like a Bluetooth headset. It'll play any audio from your phone, but apparently there is a integration with Spotify, so you can ask Meta AI to specifically play something from Spotify. Now, normally we play the YouTube video for Crab Rave, but this thing does not play YouTube. Again, I feel like it's a positive, but let's go back up. What does it look like when I'm like doing this stuff with my hands? Are you feeling jealous? Are you like, ooh, I wish I could?
It is a little.
Now it's playing. Volume, this is max. I'm gonna blow my eardrums out. Not the worst. There's bass. At the max volume, there's like a little bit of distortion happening because it's like really, really trying. But then if you turn it down to like, 80%, then the distortion goes away. Overall, speaker quality is pretty good. Quick thing about the hand gestures, as I was saying, it kind of like, it looks cool that I'm doing these and I've gotten used to using them even by now. It's only been a little bit. But if the band doesn't work, it comes with the band, and this is the primary way that I think that the vision is for you to use the band, but if the band's not working for whatever reason, there are controls on the touchpad here. So 2 fingers forward is volume up, 2 fingers back is volume down. I won't go through every single gesture, but for whatever reason, if the band doesn't work, there are backup options. With any pair of display glasses, a concern may be that, okay, you go outside, and now you can't see anything because this dang old sun is still up in the sky. Well, these actually come with transition lenses, so it'll darken a little bit as you go outside, but the waveguide display also goes up to 5,000 nits, which is pretty bright. As for battery life, Meta says that you can expect up to 6 hours of continuous charge of like mixed use, I guess, with the glasses themselves, and then the case has another 24 hours, so 30 hours total of charge. And then the neural band has an 18-hour battery life estimate. Now, I didn't really test the Meta AI that much because what we're dealing with here is more or less a similar situation to the non-display equipped glasses, with the exception, of course, is that you can see, a feed of your interactions with the chatbot there, and it'll be easier for you to kind of like say, all right, I'm gonna ask Meta what I'm looking at, and the photo pops up and you can see, oh, okay, I framed it properly, or like, something was not there. Hey Meta, oh right, it's already listening. Can you generate me a picture of a laptop? Okay, so that's one benefit over the non-display glasses. You can tell it to show you a picture of something and you will actually see a picture generated by AI, and that is definitely a laptop, so wow. After many, many, many years of this situation being teased, here we are. We have smart glasses with cameras and microphones and touch controls and Minority Report gestures and a display. We're entering into cyborg territory here, basically. This has made me think that, especially with the neural band, it had made it, and neural interfaces coming along, it made me think of a future where like this stuff is just gonna be kind of baked into our biology in some way. I know we're not quite there yet, but this is like it feels like the first step towards that future. And you have to ask yourself, if you want to use a product like this, it's being made by Meta. Apple is apparently also working on products like this. Google wants to get things to market as well. And it's like, are we gonna be okay with kind of just continually being a source of data for these companies? I don't know. That's a question you're gonna have to ask yourself. Or you can ask me and I will tell you, but not in this video. In this video, all I'm here to say is these are $800 and they're available now, and it feels like the future, even if we're not exactly sure whether we want it. It's coming. And you're gonna come back here to watch another video. I bet you will. You should watch the previous video I did on, what are they, Rokid? The Rokid glasses, which at that time were the first display glasses, smart glasses. Not really. You get it, go watch it, subscribe. Quick anecdote. I took my car into the shop the other day and there was a younger kid and he was wearing Ray-Ban Metas. And I was like, this is the first time that I've seen these in the wild. And he was like, yeah, they don't let me wear AirPods in the shop. So I wear these. And I did not think that at the time, but now I'm thinking, wow, your coworkers just must be a little annoyed. But in other situations where, you know, maybe there's not people around you who will be annoyed by you playing music that's like clearly audible,